What's going on, fellow Division agents? Coming at you with another video for Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Today we're going to talk about the Dark Zone. Okay, so for those who don't know, the Dark Zone is the Division 1's version of the PvP zone. It was a cordoned off area of central Manhattan where players could venture in and attempt to receive higher end loot. The reason it was cordoned off in the first place is because it is extremely contaminated with the virus, which requires you to wear your respirator mask at all times. Now, while you're in there, the PvP flags are basically on. So any agent can work with you or they can work against you. So they can choose to basically what they call go rogue, where they can attack you, kill you, and then steal all your loot. What was really cool about the rogue system is once a player killed another player and went rogue, their icon essentially flipped to a skull icon on the map. And other players could then hunt down that rogue agent and basically take revenge or just kill them for the hell of it, because it's fun. So watch your back. It's not just risk and reward to get the gear, it's also risk and reward to try and take it. So anytime you pick up anything in the Dark Zone, you get this lovely bright yellow bag hanging at your lower back. Pretty much a neon sign saying, hey, I've got stuff, come gank me. So players who decided to do that could easily do so. Your loot, once collected, you had X amount of spaces, which you could unlock with upgrades as the game went on. But anyway, I digress. You had to go to a special extraction zone and fire a flare, which would call a helicopter. You then attach your bag to the helicopter and it would be extracted to safety so it could be decontaminated, and then it would end up in your loot storage chest back at your base. However, as you might imagine, firing a flare sends a giant flare, so it would attract people's attention. Oh look, someone's extracting, let's go see if we can screw with them. A fun thing to point out was the flare didn't just attract players, it also attracted NPCs. So you would get wave of enemies trying to attack you in the time countdown while waiting for the chopper. So not only are you dealing with waves of mobs, but you're also dealing with potential rogue agents all trying to steal your stuff while you're just waiting and chilling there for the helicopter to show up so you can extract your goodies. Fun times. So what they're doing with Division 2, they're changing it up a little bit. Okay, instead of the one Dark Zone, they're giving us 3, each distinct from the others. So you have Union Station to the east, Fisherman's Wharf to the south, and Georgetown to the west. And they're doing the Dark Zone system a little different this time around. The Dark Zones will still work the same way they did before, flagging yourself as rogue, etc. However, as a special added bonus for you more hardcore players, one of the Dark Zones once a week will be taken over and become what is now called the Occupied Dark Zone. And what that means is friendly fire is permanently turned on. You do not have to flag yourself to become a rogue, you just kill somebody. So it's more like Division was in the beginning before they changed it to the having to flag yourself system. So it's open, no holds barred, no rules, PvP. This Occupied Dark Zone will rotate. As I said, once a week. One of the 3 will be taken over, and then the next week, and so on and so forth. According to creative director Julian Garrity, they stated that, and I quote, "We found that the amount of time you spent in the Dark Zone wasn't necessarily seen as rewarding. Yes, there was great loot to be found, but you had to extract it, and that came with a certain amount of risk. You could be taken for everything you have. We had players in the game that specialized in ripping off other players." Okay, so with that being said, that explains why they basically divided the Dark Zone. They've also done a new thing, and they've introduced non-contaminated loot, which is unique gear that doesn't need to be extracted. And again, Julian Garrity stated, this stabilizes the experience. Not everything is risk reward, so your time is always going to be rewarded within the Dark Zone. So basically, with the Dark Zone divided the way that it is, it allows you to enjoy it in your own way. If you're not really into the PvP scene, you can go into the 2 non-occupied Dark Zones, whatever week it is, and you can do your thing. Because as you know, there's still NPCs and, a bunch of hazards and whatnot in there. Now, it does say that the occupied Dark Zone promises more reward. So I don't know if that means that you get maybe, let's say you get 8 or 9 out of 10 for normal, and then the only way to get the top 10 out of 10 gear is to do the occupied one. I don't know. I have no idea how that breaks that down. I have no idea how the gear is looted. All it says is the occupied Dark Zones promises more rewards. So I will know more about that as we get closer to the release of the game. And of course, the beta, which for those of you that don't know, is actually launching February 7th. You can get into the beta by pre-ordering the game or by going to their website and applying for it. I will put a link in the description below if you're interested in doing that. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you know when new content's being released. I release new content often. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Tom Clancy's The Division 2.